Easy garden style. Hi, welcome to another video. Today we're going to make this garden style arrangement featuring beautiful Cafe Au Lait Dahlias. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Katherine Bergman. I'm a florist with over 30 years experience in wedding and events design, sharing all things floral with you each week. Are you ready? Let's get started. So we're just going to do a beautiful garden style arrangement featuring these amazing dahlias. These giant pale blush dahlias are called Cafe Au Lait. They're not long lasting, but they are spectacular. And to accompany our beautiful dahlias today, we have an assortment of roses from the garden and some violet lisianthus and some greenery. And we're going to just arrange in this very sweet white container. It's got sort of a white lattice print on it, and it's an oval shape. So sort of a design that calls for an arrangement that's either maybe a crescent or kind of goes out horizontally, laterally. So I think we're going to go either crescent or lateral. I'm not sure. So let's just play. So I'm going to start with these dahlias. These dahlias I'm going to sink pretty deep in the foam here at the lip of our container. That's going to be our focal point at the bottom. That's what I have right now. This gorgeous dahlia there. And then we're going to do one on the other side. I'm going to try to make these double-sided so you can view it from both vantage points. Okay. Now, dahlias and foam are just not going to last very long, but I just wanted to show you this incredible material, and it's just so fun to buy incredible materials to play with, right? Fun materials like this. So we've got our dahlias in place. We've just got 3 of these. They came a bunch of 4, and I already lost 2 of them. They kind of wilted, unfortunately, even with the quick dip that I'm using. The quick dip is this. This is a product that I'll link in the description that I feature every week, and it's wonderful. You put it in a little jar, you dip your cut flower stem in it, and it helps it last a long, long time. So I'm just using some of the buds from the dahlias as well. Okay, so we've got like kind of a low focal point here, and then we could add the rest of our flowers as we want. Now, I don't use purple very often, but I bought some gorgeous purple lisianthus this week to go with the Cafe Au Lait Dahlias, because this kind of has like an almost lavender undertone to it. And so I thought maybe we'll use some purple. And I have some really nice pale blush alstroemeria. I think I'm going to add a few stems of alstroemeria here. In the middle, because there's like a little bit of space right there. I want to create a very lush and full base to work from. Add another stem over here. And that's what we have right now. Okay. And then we have our violet lisianthus. Now the lisianthus has sort of a pretty elongated shape, so I'm thinking we could use it a little longer, but I do want some at the base of the arrangement so that we continue that color scheme, right? I think I'll keep this one long for now. Should we go to our usual crescent shape? Yeah, I think so. I think it makes sense. Doesn't have to be a perfect crescent, right? So we'll add some more of the lisianthus. See how the lisianthus, you have a stem, you've got lots of little side buds, but only really one main flower. when I used to do events, it was very hard to calculate how many bunches of Lisianthus to buy because they're all so different. Sometimes you get a bunch of Lisianthus with multiple flower heads on each stem. And then sometimes you'll get them like this, where there's only like one flower per Lisianthus stem. So it's kind of hard to say, right? It's always tricky to calculate how many Lisianthus to buy. With roses, it's easy, right? They come 24 to a wholesale pack, and so you know how many roses to purchase. But the Lizzie, not so much. Okay. This has 2 stems of flowers and not a lot of side buds. See, they're all very different. I'm just going to cut these short since there's not much to the stems. Otherwise, I have to trim off all the broken stems too to use it. So I added a Lisianthus right here because I want to continue some of that violet color at the center of our arrangement, not just on the sides. Okay. Lisianthus is a very, very long-lasting flower. Very versatile too. It could be in kind of an accent flower as well as sort of a main flower because it has a rosette shape to it, but it's also sort of sinewy and, you know, loose looking. Just kind of building that crescent line, elongating this top angle here. Okay. Okay. Now let's add in some roses. I have this sort of magenta raspberry color rose that I think would be pretty in here. What we have right here. You can go ahead and add some to this side of the arrangement as well. We have some pale blush roses here. These I cut from my garden called Jeff Hamilton. Lovely rose. Kind of a flat rosette shaped rose. Perfect color with these dahlias. Here's a nice stem with some side buds. Just repositioning the dahlia a little bit since we added so many other flowers. Okay. Another stem of the Jeff Hamilton rose. That's added on this side of the crescent to kind of reinforce that line. And let's add a longer stem of Lisianthus here to make it a more dramatic crescent. What else can we add to this? Oh, found another dahlia bud here. Now I haven't added any greenery. I cut some long, thin, tall greenery. This is from my Weigelia. And some of it has that pretty crescent shape to it. So I'm going to find a piece that I kind of will reinforce this line here for us. This might be a nice piece here. I like these long, sinewy pieces of greenery that's not too full to make these crescents or shapes where you want something to come out of it. That softens it a little bit. The Lysiantha is not the ideal material for the crescent because it's sort of stiff. You kind of want something that, you know, bends, right? So you can do that with the greenery. Has that little bit of an angle. I'm teaching you the crescent almost every other week because it's a really versatile design. And the wonderful thing with crescents is you don't need a ton of materials. If you create a very dramatic focal point in the center, you can get away with fewer flowers, but still have a large looking arrangement. Whereas if you were to fill this in, you know, in a rectangular, not rectangular, triangular, or even round arrangement, you're going to need a lot of material, right? And it's just a very modern silhouette. I'm really embracing this shape, and you can use it for display, you know, on a table, on a side table type of thing, or it's really equally gorgeous as a centerpiece, especially if you have an oval table or a rectangular table because it has that elongated shape to it. And it's just something a little bit more interesting and a more interesting design, I think, than just having a roundy-moundy arrangement, right? So I added some greenery in between the flowers. It makes the arrangement look a little fuller, and also gives your flowers a little separation. Because sometimes, you know, you add your flowers in right next to each other, and they're almost too tightly squeezed together, but you still want that lush look. So you don't want to have too few flowers, but you can add some greenery in between them to separate them. For that gardeny look, right? Because we're doing a garden style arrangement. I think we're done adding most of the main flowers. I'm going to go ahead and add some of this frilly filler flower. This is Status in a pale lavender. I thought the pale lavender is a nice transition color between the dark purple and the lavender-ish blush Cafe Au Lait. So I thought a little bit of this seafoam Status would be beautiful. Or limonium is what it's called. Just want a little tiny bit here and there. I don't like the look of too much filler, just a touch here and there, just to soften it and to add this pretty silvery mist color. It's easy to kind of go crazy with filler flower because you can always add another stem. You can always add another stem, right? This is a nice material that's easily available and will dry nicely too. Not a fan of dry flowers, but if you like dry flowers, then Seafoam Status or Status is great. Okay, just added a little touch here and there, just to soften the arrangement a little bit. And we've got such large flowers, the giant dinner plate size dahlias, right? See if I could find a few longer stems to add to our crescent of this. I often overbuy filler because you think, oh, I need to do 20 centerpieces, I need a lot of filler, and then you end up, you know, each bunch of filler you can do maybe 10 centerpieces with. Even having done this for 30 something years, you still overbuy. At least I do. So I add a little bit here. Okay, stop me before I go crazy. Okay, I think we're done with adding our flowers. I do have a couple of pale green hydrangeas. What do you guys think? Is it superfluous? Do we need it in here? Maybe it'll be pretty adding it in here. I always like that touch of spring green. I like that spring green, especially with the purples. Remember I told you in our hydrangea video to take all the foliage off of your hydrangeas. Okay. See, sometimes I add the focal flowers first and then they get kind of hidden. So I'm going to pull this dahlia up a little bit so it shows more. There we go. See, now you can really see that dahlia. This one too. I think we've put it in the wrong direction. I think that's our problem. Dahlias are sort of directional, right? They kind of face one direction, and if you put it in a certain way, it might, the little heads, the big heads will kind of be pulled down somewhat. Moved our dahlia, so I'm going to move on my rose a little bit too. So you always have to stand back and kind of assess, because things change and move as you design. Okay, I think that's beautiful. Okay, we're all done. This is gorgeous, beautiful, sophisticated arrangement featuring these beautiful dahlias. I hope you enjoyed today's video and learned something. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please like and subscribe and click the little bell to be notified when I put out a new video. And for those of you who join me every week, you've been my inspiration from the beginning and you guys keep me going. So send me a comment to let me know what you guys are doing this week. I have opened up the community section of my channel and it's been wonderful. You have been posting beautiful arrangements you've made at home and I am inspired by you guys. So keep that up. Until next time, go out and pick some gorgeous flowers. Go to the flower shop or even grocery store, see what speaks to you. Enjoy some flowers this week. Flowers are nature's little luxury. I will see you in my next video.